When the building was designed and constructed, it was celebrated for its sustainability. It received the highest score for a Green Star rating of 6, and it celebrated some important sustainability features within the building, such as passive and active heating and cooling systems, a rainwater harvest system that is on a large scale and quite impressive, and the reuse of facade materials in the western side of the building with the Joseph Reed facade. Glyn Davis Building has a massive water tank beneath it in its basement, about 750 cubic meters. And that's not only used within the building for our toilets, but also for landscaping purposes throughout the campus. On the eastern side of the building, there is a pretty impressive facade system that is made up of zinc louvers, and that helps to reduce the heat gains on the building. 10 years ago, efforts to improve the sustainability and environmental performance of buildings mainly focused on the operational performance of buildings, so heating, cooling, lighting, ventilation, appliances, things like that. So at the time, the Glyn Davis Building achieved quite a high sustainability performance by its emphasis on the operational performance. But today, there is a broader sense of what sustainability is. It's crucial for the University of Melbourne to play the role of a world-class education facility, particularly in architecture, building and planning, because it sets the standard for what good design and construction means. Architecture is changing, our understanding of design excellence is changing, and we are producing the next generation of built environment professionals.
Our involvement as landscape architects was really being able to deliver on the idea of this living, learning building, knowing that this is a building that's very much a product of its campus, of movement, of trajectories. So it was really about stitching the building into the campus. We tried to really set up a sort of structure that would support outdoor rooms. So to the north, you've got more of that formal structure. In the courtyard, you've got opportunities to sit, obviously, as an extension of the building in more of an amphitheater, so you can cluster, or you could have a more formal sort of lecture. What's fantastic about the design of this building is that it is very much a building in the round. So it really gave breathing space to the adjacent buildings. It is for different facades, really dynamic ground plane, takes a landscape and public realm through the building. What I'd like to reflect on is very much the cultural context that we were working in 10 years ago, and how great it's been to see the University of Melbourne continue to think about the way that it procures design and architecture and landscape architecture. And I think the idea that people understand that a building doesn't finish at the facade is really, really key to the way that Parkville as a campus has developed and continues to develop, and just a very holistic approach to education as well.